The Olympic Games has raised an issue that sport is not aligned on, at least not all codes. The rights of DSD athletes to compete and the right of women to compete in a protected category. The IOC, who are currently running the boxing competition as the International Boxing Association remains suspended, have muddied the waters, saying that testosterone is not a perfect test. For athletes who've been barred from track and field due to elevated levels of the male hormone, what does that mean for them? Mboma's coach, Henk Botha, joins me now from Frankfurt in Germany. A very good afternoon and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Thanks for chatting to us. After hearing what the IOC spokesperson said, that testosterone tests are not perfect and what that has meant to you on a very personal level with your athlete, how did you feel?
Yes, obviously, the big thing is the IOC and World Athletics is two different bodies, and the IOC have spoken out against this on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, the rule is that the federation decide the ruling and the rules for their sport in the Olympic. And with boxing, it's different because there isn't a federation now. But yeah, it doesn't make us feel good.
You were saying that the two bodies are separate, World Athletics and the IOC, so you can continue.
Yeah, the IOC was always more leaning towards the athletes taking part in events and even outspoken regarding it. But unfortunately, the rule is that the federation is the final decider on what the ruling will be in the Olympic Games, and therefore World Athletics has got the rules. And it's actually a pity. A big event. We different rules as far as DSD is for different sports. I would love to see that the IOC stand up and say, "Will Athletics participate?"
Christine has been on medication to lower her testosterone levels. She has competed in one or two races. How has she herself adapted to the medication?
I think the medication, I just want to say this, is different for each athlete. Obviously, I can just speak for Christine, and it didn't have a big impact. The biggest issue we had several injuries, and some of the medical teams that are assisting us said to me that it's possible that the injuries can occur due to the medicine, where the weakness of the muscles will happen. I cannot confirm that, but I think that was our biggest thing. Currently, Christine is doing fairly well. Her speed is good. I'm sure she'll be back in competitive, but we didn't have enough time to prepare her for this one.
How difficult was it for Christine, her family, as well as your team and being her coach to make that decision of actually lowering her naturally occurring testosterone levels in order for her to compete?
No, I mean, it's just like saying you're allowed to run a race, but let's tie your laces. It is awful, but that the decision was, and it was actually laid down to Christine to make the final decision is whether if you want to proceed with athletics, there is only one way forward, and it's to use the medicine, or then just in itself decide you're not going to run anymore. And all she wants to do, and I'll say this 100,000 times again, Christine just want to be an athlete, a female athlete running on the track. And it seems like there's somebody out there that don't want her to run.
How is this affecting her mentally and emotionally? How has she had the fortitude to continue?
Yeah, I think she's trying to be strong, but in all honesty, I can tell you, she's struggling and she's suffering, and it's such a severe that she doesn't even want to watch the Olympics. She didn't want to watch any diamond leagues and any sport on the TV. It's just too much for all the pressure and the stress and stuff. And although she's strong and she's trying to fight it, it's not easy. She's only 21 years old and she's got to go through this thing. And she said to me once, "Coach, what's wrong with me?" And I just don't believe that's right in any means or ways. But that being said, we are taking on whatever we can, and hopefully we're back next year at the World Champs.
And I suppose what's happening with boxing now just makes that injustice that much more stark for everybody. Coach, thank you very much. Unfortunately, We've actually run out of time. That's track and field coach Henk Botha, the coach of Christina Mboma, who 3 years ago won a silver medal in the 200 meters, not participating this time around in Paris as she's forced to take medication to lower her naturally occurring testosterone levels. And that 200 meter final and the medals in that event will be decided later on this evening.